Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a deck review. Today we're going to look at the Sherlock Holmes decks that were designed by Jackson Robinson. Now these decks were actually licensed by the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate. And if you don't know who Sherlock Holmes is or Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes, he first appeared back in 1887. He's a fictional detective and he was created by Scottish author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Now Sherlock Holmes is a London-based consulting detective. He has abilities that are just crazy fantastic. He's famous for his astute and very logical reasoning. He's famous for his ability to adopt any disguise and his use for forensics and science to solve difficult cases. And I'm sure you've seen Sherlock Holmes in many of the recent movies and television shows. These decks are released by Kingswild Project, and you can learn more about them at kingswildproject.com. Jackson Robinson did 4 of these decks in his series. He did the Holmes edition, which is this deck here. He did the Moriarty edition. He did the Baker Street edition and the Baker Street Limited edition and the Hound of the Baskerville edition. So for this review, we're going to look at the Baker Street edition. Now the tuck case on the Baker Street edition, it features an intricate back design that includes all kinds of icons from this beloved story. There's pipes, revolvers, signs, violins, and all kinds of symbols and imagery that someone familiar with the Sherlock Holmes series would be familiar with. The tuck case is embossed and it is embellished with gold foil and accents. The front says the Sherlock Holmes playing card deck by Jackson Robinson. The sides indicate that it is the Sherlock Holmes deck, and the bottom has some ad copy about Kingswild Project and the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate. The tuck case has a customized seal. It says 221B, which is Holmes's flat in London, which was 221B Baker Street. They are numbered, so you know how many were in his print run and which number your deck is. And then on the inside tuck, you'll notice that there's kind of a brown plaid, which is reminiscent of Sherlock's cape that he wears when he is solving crimes. And then inside the 2 little flaps there are 2 magnifying glasses, one with a 7 and one with a clubs, which I'm sure would be a really fun deck reveal. So that's pretty much it for the tuck case. Let's take a look at these cards. So as I indicated earlier, the back design of these cards is really like an intricate, woven, just menagerie of icons and familiar images from the Sherlock Holmes series. These cards are printed on aristocrat stock. They have a magic finish and they are traditionally cut. And with the deck you're going to get your gaff card, which is a double backer, which is always nice. And then your second extra card is going to be a ad card for Kingswild Project, but also a map to help you see who all the different courts are. And Jackson's done this in his previous decks, and so it's always nice to have that little map that lets you know who everyone is. With this deck, you're going to get 2 jokers. You're going to get the brown pipped joker and the red pipped joker. The brown pipped joker says a drunken-looking groom, and the red pipped joker says a simple-minded clergyman. And so those are your 2 jokers. Your ace of spades is a Kingswild exploded ace with Sherlock there in the center holding his pipe. And it does say Sherlock Holmes at the top and Kingswild Playing Card Company down at the bottom. The pip and indice cards are also unique to Jackson Robinson's particular style. Each one of these cards has a brand new layout with original pips and centering that is unique to Kingswild Project. You'll also notice that on some of his cards, not all of them, instead of the pip, it's been replaced with a shadow of Sherlock Holmes' profile, which I think is quite interesting and is scattered throughout the deck. The court cards from the Baker Street edition, they're inspired by all the original late 19th and 20th century engravings and illustrations that were released when Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novels and short stories were published. So each one of these represent a different person. So again, somebody familiar with the Sherlock Holmes stories and the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate would instantly recognize many of these familiar and lovable characters from literature. Hey everybody, I'm just going to steal the camera for a quick second so you can take a closer look at these cards. Just want you to see just the richness of Jackson Robinson's artwork. And of course, at any time you like, you can use your own computer controls to pause to take a closer look. Well, that's it for this deck review. As always, we recommend that you like this video just so other people can find it faster. We recommend that you also subscribe to this channel just to stay up to date on the latest in cards and card magic. You can follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/magicorthodoxy. You can also like our page on Facebook, which is facebook.com/magicorthodoxy. Thanks. Bye.